Hey, welcome to the MythBusters Aftershow. I'm Adam. That's Jamie. We are taking your questions about the episode that's just aired, Unfinished Business. Okay, everybody, hold on just a second. Sounds like we have some unfinished business. The first question involves the genre of episode. Do you guys enjoy these revisit type of episodes?
I don't mind revisiting at all, and I think it's a cool thing that we do revisit it, in particular if we got something wrong. If we're making people think and they're questioning what we're doing, then it's a great thing.
My all-time favorite is meeting science kids. Specifically, they get the same deer in the headlights look, and then the next thing that comes out of their mouth is, I was wondering why you use white mice when you're testing elephant are afraid of mice, because white mice aren't natural in the wild. And, like, they're totally right. You know, the fact is, I love the fact that we're one of the few shows that goes back and says, oh, you know, we came to a wrong result. Here's a way we could come to it better. Because the fact is we have fantastic researchers, but all the research in the world doesn't equal, you know, a couple million people watching the episode who might have better information. And when they write in with a new way to test something, I love retackling it.
Yeah.
Next question. Jamie, this is for you. In golf, what did you make of Adam's outfit? Did it remind you of your youth?
You know, Adam likes to get dressed up and wear those kinds of costumes. I'm used to it by now.
Tick-tock, Grandpa.
Just adding a little color, having a little fun.
I wouldn't wear something like that, but
No.
Adam seems to like it.
And that's why I do it. Next question. It amazes me, given the skill set you guys have, that you're not sporty types. Is that a fair call? I wouldn't say that we're not sporty types. I just don't generally pay much attention to formal sports.
I'm not a sporty type.
I mean, you're active, you know, you've gone camping, you've done boating, you've led an athletic life.
Well, I'm very active, but
Yeah.
I don't like playing games or sports
Okay,
very much.
all right. Next question. How did you convince Pebble Beach to let you two dudes play?
Well,
I think
we have a lot of fans in the Bay Area, including people down at Pebble Beach. They love to have us.
Maybe you need a different club for that. Seems like it's as good as any.
And I believe that it was a simple matter of paying the greens fee. We didn't get it for free. We paid full rate for it.
Yeah, well, and they did have to tell me that I wasn't allowed to use the what are the big...
You weren't allowed to use a big driver on the green.
On everything. I figured it works for hitting it far. You just hit it less hard, it'll work for enclosed.
Yeah, they had to come up and be like, no. Okay, I thought the result was interesting, but maybe unsurprising. What did you guys think of it? I will say this. You're right, it might be unsurprising, and we've certainly done some stories in the past where the result we came to was pretty much what we thought at the beginning, but we've been wrong so much of the time about things we thought were obviously wrong.
Yes.
That you can't ever go by your own intuition. You've got to go and test it.
Well, and while there's no substitute for actual, you know, in the environment, real world
Learning.
The idea of digital feedback, which is what the video games did.
Right.
That's totally valid. I mean,
My teacher used a ton of digital feedback to help my swing, looked at me on slow motion camera, used analyzers to analyze my movement and my motion. All that, you're right, could be built into a game.
But the thing is that they're trying to provide a mix of entertainment. I think it's actually more about entertainment.
It's more about entertainment than edutainment.
Yeah, but they could totally do that if you really wanted to have that. It'd be a no-brainer.
Now, speaking of a no-brainer, here is the next question. Why did you choose golf and not, say, pro driving games?
Well, that's very simple because both Adam and I have a fair amount of experience driving all sorts of things, and we're by no means professionals when it comes to racing.
We've been paid to drive, so effectively, officially, we are professional.
I guess. I mean, but we're not all that. It's not like we couldn't use improvement.
It did come up later while we were shooting the golf game from our sound guy that perhaps we should have chosen Guitar Hero or one of the music games. And frankly, as soon as I heard that, it wasn't you, it was Scott. It was our cameraman, Scott. I kicked myself that we didn't think of that because it would have been great. Could you see Jamie shredding on stage in a little bar? You know, that would be awesome.
Thank God we didn't do that one.
Next question. Will either of you be likely to play golf now? I tell you, I might someday go to a driving range and just try knocking a bucket of balls out towards the back end, because that was fun. That was genuine. When you connect, it feels great.
Yeah, well, in my case, it's a little different. I mean, I like making balls. I've made little balls and really big balls and heavy balls and light balls. It's fascinating making spheres, but my dog likes playing with balls. I'm not so much interested in doing that.
Next question. I was so glad you revisited Spy Car. I've been campaigning for that for years. Thank you for doing it, and I'm thrilled I was proved right.
There we go.
Do you think at the time the testing could have been better? Well, define better. We defined our terms and we followed through with them the first time.
Yeah.
I think the wrinkle of the hollow caltrops. That's an addition that I still stand by didn't fit in the original episode, but it's a totally reasonable thing to test.
Yeah.
That was fun to drive.
Oh, yeah.
Next question. In Get a Grip, Adam was having a lot of fun. In the movie, the woman was freaking out and panicked and not thinking clearly, but your test didn't take that into account. That's you know, the mental state of somebody in a story is often really, really, really tricky to replicate in a neutral experimental space.
Yeah, it's a legitimate concern.
Totally.
But I think that at least what we were more interested in was the physical difficulty of doing it. Like, is your are your tendons going to not be able to handle that over time?
Yeah. And that was a primary claim made by the script. So we felt okay in eliminating that mental state. Also, there are some serious ethical issues with subjecting someone to a state of enduring panic. Next question. Were you surprised that it was easy to hold the grenade? I wasn't. Frankly, I wasn't. The lever of the spoon of the grenade is meant to be able to keep the grenade from going off until you want it to go off. Therefore, it's a mechanical advantage and it doesn't require much force.
Yeah.
It's not like it's working against you. That's not the design.
Yeah, you could probably just set the thing in a corner on the spoon and it'd stay
You
there.
wouldn't want to tip it over. That
No.
would be bad.
No.
You'd be like, don't go into that corner of the room, otherwise you'll die. Next question. I was blown away by Travis. Were you?
Yeah, Travis was a machine.
It was amazing to watch. It was incredible, especially after, because we didn't get to see Travis do his thing until after we'd done ours. We're there like bang, 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 getting tired. Give those guns to Travis and watch him just like, it was like a sewing machine. Ba, 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 ba. Next question. If you were in a gunfight duel with Travis, how would you beat him? I'm not sure that's quite answerable. I mean, first of all...
I'd run at him with a knife. Because it sure as hell ain't going to happen with a gun.
Exactly. I was going to say, it's like, if you're in a gun, your first mistake is being in a gunfight battle with Travis. Once you've made that call, I think you're dead. Last question. Fans chose the stories in this episode. If you guys could choose any episode with money and time not being a barrier, what would you test? Well, we have an answer for that.
Yeah, we'd build our own spacecraft and go to space.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Well, and specifically, I think first stop would be the moon. There are still some people that believe, even despite our moon landing hoax-busting episode, that man might not have landed on the moon. So we'd go there, photograph a piece of Apollo hardware in situ, and come back home to high-five everyone because we'd been to space. Because that's what you do when you get back from space. You high-five everyone.
Yeah.
Did you know that? All right, that's it for the MythBusters After Show. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next week.